Not sure. It's a different company.
You got a T-Mobil shirt on. Who are you employed by?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is all exclusive, so we're not really allowed to.
What's going on?
We're not allowed to say. Plus, we don't really know either.
Are you a T-Mobil employee?
No, I am not, sir. Is it time for my cameo? Is it time for my cameo?
Having a party? Good. Yeah, until 4 o'clock.
Are you a T-Mobil employee?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just closed for a special event. But there's two other locations. Yes. Yeah.
We're objecting to T-Mobile. I'm Sarah. We're objecting to T-Mobile bashing unions that built this town and provide significant discounts to union members and their mobile. They're unorganized. They're non-union. Well, it's free competition, but you don't go bashing other people. Profanities. If you go to his website, John Legere's website, T-Mobile, John Legere, go to his website and you'll hear a lot of laced bashings. Provide good unions for good jobs. I'm a concerned citizen. That's why I got these.
I'll stop union bashing.
Can I ask you, did they expect like people to show up, CWA to show up? Are you just here?
Mostly I have no idea.
Oh yeah, they just told you come stand outside?
Yeah, just stand by the door.
Okay.
I'm here to smile just like you guys.
Smiling is a good job, you know? We need more smiles. Well, we're out here because you guys... We're out here because you guys are not organized, and actually your bosses, you just were told not to speak to us, huh? Are you afraid of getting fired if you speak to us? It's your right as an American citizen to speak to us. We're on the street.
Honestly, man, I'm just standing here. That's it.
I know you're just doing your job. You're doing what you told you. But anyway, we're out here to support you, brother, so that you can actually speak to individuals, not be worried about getting fired.
I don't need anybody to speak on my behalf. I can support myself.
Okay. Well, it would be really interesting to hear what you have to say about your working conditions.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you with the union?
I'm with CWA, yeah. We're out here because Verizon doesn't allow bargaining or organizing attempts freely. You know, unlike their homeland in Germany, where they actually have a right, here in America they're running things different. So we're out here to support the Verizon workers and try to give them the opportunity to organize if they so choose so.
So what's happening today? Why these people security and
well, I'm assuming they're out here for two reasons. Number one, to greet their executive, and also to kind of give a buffer to us. It's possible that they were expecting us to show up because we have been organizing at spots all over the country on them. So.
And who's their executive?
I don't know his name actually. Oh, they're completely organized. I mean, they even have the union even has representative on the board over there. You know, over here though, I mean, even trying to.
Come on in.
T-Mobil!
You gotta stay outside. Okay. Watch out. Come on in. Sir, you gotta be on that side. Sir, you on my foot. You on my foot. Hey, sir.
What's going on here? Hey,
sir.
You're blocking. This is
You're
sidewalk.
blocking. You're
I'm not blocking
door.
the sidewalk.
You're obstructing.
No, I'm not going back, man. The sidewalk.
Come on in.
I'm Orange Richardson, president of Local 9410 San Francisco. We're here today because the CEO of T-Mobil is here, and his company is refusing to allow their workers to organize to help them in the long run as far as their benefits, pay structure, and everything else. He's refusing to come to the table and allow CWA a card check with the T-Mobil folks, and we're here just to welcome him into the city of San Francisco and to let him know that we'll be here till the end trying to organize and do what's right for the workers across America.
Do they use intimidation against employees?
From what I understand, they do. They do private interrogations, captive audience meetings, telling them how bad the union is and all this other jazz, and we absolutely do not subscribe to that. And I think that it's unfortunate that such a profitable company like T-Mobile is afraid of the union and giving its workers a better way of life.
Is it union in Germany?
They're owned by a German-based company, but obviously they make tons of profits here in America, and America was built on unions and always will have the fabric of a union, and I don't understand why if Germany can have 100% union or somewhere in the range of 80 to 100% union organized labor throughout their entire country, why in America they're so resistant to it, and they're making money in America.
So have there been violations of labor law against supporters of the union?
Yeah, there has been unfair labor practice based on a lot of the tactics that T-Mobil is using, like the information I gave before about captive audiences, putting out not literature that's not factual about unions and stuff like that. And yeah, so the CWA has filed ULPs against T-Mobil on that issue.
Okay, what is the union going to do?
The union's going to do more of this. If you can pan around and see all the folks that showed up today, and we're going to keep pushing until the CEO of T-Mobil does the right thing and sits at the table and allows his people to organize. As the feedback that we get is the majority of them want to be union.
So what is the situation with workers and the workers' rights in this country?
To me, it's unfortunate that along with the media and corporations, they're allowed to control the narrative and manipulate the mind of the American worker, that being union is a bad thing, whereas unions are all founded on the fact of fighting for our American workers on across the board. And a lot of people don't understand the facts. What organized labor does to benefit them as a whole. Even non-organized labor benefits from organized labor. And some of the things that raises the wages, improves the benefits, keeps pension items intact and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate that the narrative is being controlled by corporations to make it seem opposite when it actually is not true.
Well, if you work at a union, so you have regular schedules,
yes.
You're going to be working here.
Yes. Yeah, being non-union is, excuse me, it's a little warm out here, but being non-union is almost like being at will. So they can come in and fire you for any reason. Union contracts usually put in place safeguards for the worker and checkpoints for the employer that both sides have to adhere to. It's an ironclad agreement that can't be disputed between the employer and the employee, and the union that represents the employee. So I don't understand why anyone would be afraid of that unless you're trying to do something shady or illegal to your employees or keep them ill-informed.
And then you think that they're violating labor law?
I believe they do in some of the tactics that they perform against their workers. I believe they do. They use intimidation considerably.
He is up on top, the CEO, and they don't actually share their profits with the rest of the workers who actually do all the work. Germany is union, that's correct.
Why is it union in Germany and not here?
It's called capitalism. A lot of these companies don't want unions because the profits will actually stay with the executives, stay with the board members, stay with the stakeholders in the company, and they don't give that much to their workers to live and have affordable health care, etc.
So how are workers surviving?
I'm sorry?
How are workers surviving?
Some of these workers, unfortunately, might have to have 1 or 2 jobs, or even 3 jobs. Exactly. So that's all we're asking. We're out here for is pay your employees a fair wage. They deserve it. They do the work for you. Just be fair. That's it.
Are you a CWA member?
Yes, I am.
Which local?
9410.
What kind of work do you do?
I work on the telecommunication lines.
Is AT&T trying to go non-union?
Is AT&T trying to go non-union? No, AT&T is a unionized company. T-Mobile is not.
What about AT&T stores?
They're unionized as well too. They're the only unionized wireless company.
So what's the difference between workers at AT&T stores and say T-Mobile, Verizon with a non-union?
Quite a bit of things. They're happier employees. They get paid a fair salary. Their salaries are bargained for by the union, and it's pretty much a win-win situation clear across the board regarding health benefits, of course your dental, and they get a fair compensation plan as well as their hourly wages.
So the turnover is less?
Absolutely, the churn is very less, and we have a lot of employees who leave T-Mobile, who leave Verizon and come to work for AT&T for the job security.
So they have some protection.
Absolutely. Well, besides the protection, they get a contract. Their wages are bargained for, so everybody needs money to survive. Nobody's gonna, want to be treated unhumanely. Unfortunately, a lot of these people here do whatever it takes to make the sale. Do whatever it takes to get their managers off their back. Do whatever it takes for them to keep and maintain their jobs. A lot of times you have problems with ethics and what have you because of that. They'll tell you whatever it may be just to make that sale, so they'll make some money. The managers will make some money, etc.
So you're saying they're pressure tactics?
Absolutely. It's, either you sell or there's the door. Make the money for T-Mobil or there's the door. And sometimes when you have a protection that's behind you, or you treat your employees fairly, you don't need to actually go those routes, because you do your job, you get paid a fair wage, you're happy. It's a win-win clear across the board. And that's all. Just, T-Mobil, treat your employees with respect, pay them a fair wage, and you hopefully wouldn't have any problems, but that's not the case.
My name is Giselle Casada, and I'm here in support of for T-Mobil workers. T-Mobil is under federal scrutiny for the amount of violations of labor laws. So we're here for support for the workers and to be able to tell them that enough is enough and that they don't stand alone and that they have rights. And we're here to make sure that the company doesn't get away with it and it's not just here, it's across everywhere that with T-Mobil. You can compare them to Walmart. Walmart and the abuses of what they make, yet they pocket all this money, make all this money, but when it comes to the workers, they give them little to nothing at all. So, and they make them feel like, yeah, be grateful you have a job. But don't worry that you're not getting paid enough or you've got long hours. And we violate all the federal laws that so many people have fought for, and ensure that we would have, a better future for the next generation. And yet they're trying to turn the clock back.
So you don't think they treat the workers very good here?
No, absolutely not. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Why is it union in Germany?
Well, they are. They're going to be here. The members of the union, the German union, are going to be here. So, to tell you the truth, the details I don't know.
Well, why would they be union in Germany?
Well, they're, go figure. They figured that, we've kind of forgotten that that fight. How San Francisco was a union town, and now look at, no matter what spectrums you go to, there aren't that many union jobs, and we need to turn that around, and we need to ensure that the workers here want to be union, that they have that right to be able to be part of a union.
Do you think workers have a problem with rights on the job?
Do I think
workers have a problem with rights on the job in this business?
Yeah, I do believe that, and that in today's environment, the employers say, well, if you want a paycheck, this is what you're going to have to do. Bottom line, instead of, and what we're missing in is on making sure that people are educated at a very young age to know what their rights are. That what so many people have up to, including losing their lives and giving up so much, and that's something that they're entitled to, and that, I don't think we do enough education around that.
You think they want slave labor?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They want to be able to maximize their profit, and they don't care how they do it. It's being used as, well, if you want to eat, you want to be able to, rent a place or what have you, you're just going to have to accept whatever is there, because if not, there's a lot of other people waiting in line to take those jobs. And that's what's missing, is the education to be able for all of us to stand together, and because we're all entitled to decent wages.
My name's Tony, and I'm here to support the union fully with jobs and everything. Just trying to make sure that there's available union jobs and stuff like that for fair labor. That's all it really is.
And where do you work?
Out of San Francisco. Yeah.
Which local?
9410.
So what's going on there?
We're just all here to support each other out and make sure that everything works out properly.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a technician out of San Francisco.
I see.
Yeah.
So why do you think T-Mobil is trying to keep the union out?
Oppression. I mean, It's just to slow people down, slow the growth of everybody. In my opinion, that's how I look at it. And I believe that's the union views too. A little bit of oppression is slowing everything down. Make sure corporate profiteering, more or less.
So you were trying to talk to one of the employees here, but what are you trying to impress upon?
Well, I was just trying to talk to them and let them know that my name is Ernie Pacheco. I was trying to let them know that we're not here against them, we're actually here for them. We're here protesting their executive and the policies of the company. And understandably, you could tell that they were scared, they were intimidated. The managers came out and told them to quit talking to us repeatedly. And I mean, that's situation normal. But I just want to let them know that we're on their side, you know, against their management.
And why are they afraid?
Well, they don't want to get fired. They don't want their hours reduced. You know, I mean, all of the reasons. You know, I mean, that's what's wonderful about having union representation is you're actually free to have some kind of discourse with the public and whatnot, and have to worry about the hammer coming down on you. So. But it looks like they've retreated into the store. I don't know, they're probably going to try to get a jam around their executive on their way out, and we'll try to talk to them again. Their VP came in, he was surrounded by maybe, I don't know if you caught it on camera, he was surrounded by maybe 20 employees that came in, you know, clapping and chanting and trying to provide distraction. Then they pulled all their employees in, and they were doing an interview in the window, but when we noticed that and put our signs up, I guess they decided to find a better place, more telegenic place for them to do the interview. They didn't want to see the sign.
Did you say why you're here today?
To support workers' rights, my name is Ifani. I'm here to support the right of workers to organize and unionize. T-Mobil does not want to give their workers the right to organize and unionize. They're stopping them from organizing, from unionizing. So we want to be able to give the workers the right to be able to speak up. They fire people, they bust the union, so that's how they do it. Discrimination, that's correct. I work for the phone company, I work for AT&T. CWA 9410. I'm on the executive board. 9410 San Francisco.
And I understand in Germany, T-Mobil, the workers are a union?
They are union. They get all the rights and everything. I don't see the reason why we can't have the same here in the United States.
Hi.
Come on in, welcome. How you doing?
See, that wasn't too long, was it? That wasn't too long.
It's a rights thing, you know. I think they're being violated, far as taking their jobs away. So, like I said, we just out here trying to support them, make sure they get the equal opportunities as well as most unions, you know.
I need to be closer.